You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports 2. Well, we're going to talk about Tua Tagovailoa because, well, Tua is still having people take shots at him. I mean, how solid do you have to be at quarterback to get any respect? And some would say, and look, I'm not easily offended by anything. I'm not really sure why it is Ryan Clark went there, why he decided to get so unprofessional, because really and truly had nothing to do with Tua on the field at all, but for some reason he decided to call Tua Tagovailoa fat, okay, and then proceeded to go down the road of comparing him to be thick as in strippers, and then got specific about the strip club. Now, as we know, ESPN just went through this rash of layoffs, and somehow, some way, Ryan Clark is still employed. David Pollock's gone. Great college football analyst. Todd McShay's gone. I mean, great NFL draft analyst. One of the few draft analysts I actually want to listen to and want to consume and want to trust when it comes to breaking down college football players making the transition, but you kept Ryan Clark. I can only guess. Let me guess. Is he a diversity hire? Did I say it out loud? I did say it out loud. So keep in mind as we go into this. Now, that was Tua last year. Of course, that was, many believe that was concussion 1. And then we all saw this very vividly on Thursday Night Football. And we saw this very vividly on Thursday Night Football, and that is, of course, the one of what people believe could have been as many as 3 concussions last year from Tua Tagovailoa. And Ryan Clark jumped out there and made these ridiculous comments, and let's listen to the video, and then we'll tie it all together.
5 for 7, 61 yards, and an interception. So rocky start to the game for Tua right there. Our team.
When got them tats.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Say,
full sleeve.
Y'all
sleeve.
think I bet because I've been hurt. I ain't tough.
I'm gonna tell you what he wasn't doing. He wasn't in the gym. I bet you that.
Come on, man.
He wasn't with me.
Ryan Clark, why are you laughing? You're not Arnold Schwarzenegger. Why are you laughing?
He might have spent a lot of time at the tattoo parlor. He was not at the dinner table eating what the nutritionist had advised.
Oh, my.
He looks happy.
Okay.
He is thick.
He thick.
Yeah, he's built like a girl work at Onyx in Atlanta right now on the bottom.
Come on now.
Okay, so somehow, some way, ESPN analyst Ryan Clark, former Pittsburgh Steeler, and Ryan Clark was a pretty good ball player, okay? I don't want to act like he wasn't. But he goes out there and he decides to call Tua thick and essentially fat, says he has not been in the weight room, which is kind of odd. Because now that we're around to actual games being played, well, there's Tua right there. Okay, interesting. He doesn't look fat to me. He doesn't look out of shape to me. I can only guess, and this is all I could find. I went back, and this was back from OTAs, where people did bring up Tua's weight. It was something that got brought up, and it was a story. Well, it seems whatever Tua's been doing, he's got himself in shape, and he did answer these comments. Man, I got to tell you, he may be the most hated quarterback in all of the league. I mean, truly. He goes out there, he compares him to strippers working at an Onyx club in Atlanta, Georgia, calling him thick. You know how that works. He's basically saying you're out of shape. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm Tua and I've gotten all these injuries right there, wouldn't you think you would want to put on some weight, right? Probably as protection. Well, he put on some weight, but he's also in shape. That's Tua right now. Literally, this is from today. That dude is anything but fat. Ryan Clark, are you watching football right now? Are you watching these games? You're breaking down football, and just to let you know, the Dolphins coaches, Darrell Bevell in particular, well, he wasn't too happy, and he did answer Ryan Clark back, and don't worry, Tua answered him back too. We'll get to that. Quote, you have to give credit to Tua for all the stuff that he's done in the offseason to prepare himself. By the way, Tua hit the weight room really hard. He's taken jiu-jitsu in order to try to learn how to fall better and take less hits and have more padding when he gets hit. I mean, you would expect this out of a guy that may have had potentially 3 concussions and literally brought up retirement in the offseason. Bevell added, I expect him to have a great year. You know, I thought he was on track to do that last year. And we got talked a lot about, obviously, being on the field for all those games. And I think he's really taken it to heart and done the things he needs to do to put himself in a position to do that. After suffering at least 2 concussions last year, including one that ended his season after a Christmas Day game against Green Bay, Tagovailoa famously took up jiu-jitsu to protect himself when he falls. And there's more. Quote, just a lot of heavier weights, Tagovailoa said 3 weeks ago. A lot more reps with the heavier weights, things like that. But everything that I did this offseason entailed to what would keep me on the field for the entirety of the season. We understand freaky things can happen. It's football. It's a physical sport. Not everything you prepare for is what you're going to get. So I did the best that I could to get myself ready and prep for the season as far as injuries go. I mean, it's really strange. There's a picture of Tua right there. What are you looking at exactly? That is Tua's trainer, I believe, Nick Hicks, took a poke at Clark on social media and writing, very strange preference in exotic dancers for Ryan Clark. I, for one, do not enjoy them looking like elite football players. Yeah, with some skull emoji action right there. I mean, it's weird. Now, let's get to Tua because he did have some words for Ryan Clark. And at the end of this, he basically said, bitch, you better put some respect on my name. I'm Samoan. So, there's that.
Sorry, I thought you were saying something.
He had some criticism about you, saying that you didn't hit the gym in the off-season, you didn't follow nutritionist advice.
Yeah.
If he were here, what would you say to him?
He probably knows more about me than I know about myself. I don't know. Ryan's been out the league for some time, so I don't know. It's a little weird when other people are talking about other people when they're not that person. So I don't know. It's just a little weird. I come back. I like my background is like I come from a Samoan family. Like respect is everything, but it does get to a point where, hey, little easy on that, buddy, because I think we're pretty tough-minded people, and if we need to get scrappy, we can get scrappy too.
Tua just told him, look, we're Samoan. If we need to fight, that's Adam Beasley over on the X. If we need to fight, and if we need to get scrappy, which means, hey, if we need to throw down, we will. And he tells him right there, he tells the reporter and Ryan Clark, you went too far. You went too far there, man. I'm Samoan. Put a little respect on it. And we know, a lot of times Samoans are going to be bigger dudes. In Tua's case, he's not. But a lot of times they are thicker guys. Tua wasn't that thick. He wasn't. And then what it looked like he did, and this is just somebody that lifts weights, I can tell you, from back in the day when I actually did the bodybuilding thing in the wintertime, in the off season, you bulk up, meaning you lift heavy weights, generally speaking, low to moderate reps, and you tend to put on about 25 pounds. And then as you get a little closer to summer, you want to start looking jacked, you want to start looking cut, you start cutting your carbs out and things like that. And you start leaning out, and I can tell you right now, just from looking at those pictures, Tua's put in the work. He has. He's put in the work. He's leaned out. And I think he looks like he's in shape. I mean, there was a game the other night, Houston, Miami, Tua played. Ryan Clark's breaking down the game. Did you watch the game? Question mark. Did you actually see a Tua on the screen? Question mark. Because that dude right there that was just at that press conference was not a thick dude. In fact, I would tell you, for a guy that was trying to put on some weight to help against concussions, frankly, I'd like to see him another 15, 20 pounds heavier. All right? I mean, as a smaller quarterback, there's a reason I think that guys that had a little thickness to them, right? A little Jesse to them. Phillip Rivers, even Russell Wilson. I mean, I can say a lot about Russell Wilson, and he did lean out a little bit, but he's a thick guy for a smaller dude. Ben Roethlisberger was always a thick dude. And Ben Roethlisberger withstood beatings. So did Phillip Rivers. Beatings out there on the field. And Ben did get hurt, but Ben also stayed on the field during beatings. And Tua is trying right now to save his career. That's what's going on. That's what we're witnessing right now, right in front of our face, is somebody trying to save his NFL career because of concussions. Man, I mean, Ryan Clark, man, good job, ESPN. You just continuously whiff and whiff and whiff when it comes to picking and choosing who to remain employed at your Bristol facility. I mean, that's a breakdown. What the bleep are you laughing at, Marcus Spears? Really? I mean, really? You are literally like a Twinkie away from being Stacey Abrams. I wouldn't say shit if I was Marcus Spears. I wouldn't say nothing. I mean, you're a ham sandwich and a Twinkie away from being Gorlock the Destroyer. I swear to God. Tell me what you think, Black and White Sports 2 supporters. Peace, I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.